Hi, my name is Udit Hinduja and I'm reporting for ThePrint from Kathmandu, Nepal. Behind me is Sansad Bhavan, or what remains of Sansad Bhavan, which is the Nepalese Parliament building. You can see that the building has been completely destroyed and damaged, and we'll show you visuals of the inside and what that looks like. But essentially, the protesters set ablaze large parts of this building, and this comes after a peaceful protest turned violent when 19 people were killed, were shot and killed by riot police. Essentially, what had happened was that it was a Gen Z specific protest. So there was only permission given to people who were below the age of 28 to actually protest peacefully. And that turned violent at around 12 a.m. at midnight when police shot at certain protesters. Diagonally across the road from this parliament is the civil hospital where a bunch of protesters were taken for treatment of wounds and injuries. And of course, a lot of them didn't make it. Some were sent to the trauma hospital for much more serious injuries. And that's what really triggered the protest yesterday when people took to the streets and they set ablaze both the parliament buildings, the president's house, the prime minister's house, and of course then we got the news that both the prime minister Oli and the president tendered in their resignations. Now what remains to be seen is what comes in this power vacuum. Who do the Nepali citizens want? Do they want to go back to a system of monarchy? Do they want someone else to come to power? And that's what we'll be finding out by speaking to people on the streets. अभी केपी शर्मा ओली ने अपना रेजिग्नेशन डाल दिया कल. तो आप लोग क्या चाहते हो? आप किसको चाहते हो? आप क्या मोनार्की चाहते हो? क्या क्या कोई है आपके मन में जो आप इलेक्ट करना चाहते हो? अभी आगे बढ़ के क्या हो जाएगा?
नमस्कार नेपाल। हम अभी केपी शर्मा ओली का रिजाइन चाहता है। बहुत परेशान है हम ये सरकार से, बहुत परेशान है, बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेशन देख रहा है, ये सब तोड़ फोड़ रहा है सब। ये हमारा जिगर है, हमारा ये सरकार भ्रष्ट सरकार के करप्शन के अगेंस्ट है हम जी। अच्छा से हम विकल्प में चाहता है, हम ये नेपाल के सब यूथ जेनजी चाहता है बालेन शाह, अच्छा से चाहता है हम बालेन शाह और परफेक्ट जनता द्वारा बनना प्रधानमंत्री चाहिए हमको।
बालेन शाह, आप बालेन शाह को चाहते हो? बालेन शाह जो अभी मेयर है
जी, काठमाडौँ का मेयर है जी। ओसा देखने वाला बालेन शाह, हर्क साम्पाङ, ऐसा गोपी हमाल जैसा एउटा नो करप्शन वाला व्यक्ति चाहिए हमारा। अदरवाइज हमारा देख रहा है, अदरवाइज ये हालत होता है हमारा देश में। हमारा गोरखाली, हमारा जेनजी पावर देख रहा है एगेंस्ट मर्डरर सरकार, ये देख रहा है नतीजा।
और बालेन शाह ने क्या क्या किया है जब वो पावर में आया, जो आप लोग बोलते हो कि अच्छा ये बंदा अच्छा है, ये बंदा नेपाल के लिए अच्छा है?
बालेन शाह एक वेल एजुकेटेड इंसान है। वो चाहता है अपने देश में अपना यूथ जेनजी का रोजगार होना चाहता है। रोजगार होगा, अवसर होगा, वो चाहता है ये अपना देश सुंदर होगा। अपना देश में किसी भी राष्ट्र ने हस्तक्षेप नहीं करना चाहता है। वो चाहता है यूथलाई जॉब चाहता है वो। इसीलिए हम बालेन शाह का चाहता है।
Okay. What exactly do the people of Nepal want? Do they want to see somebody in particular come to power? Do they want to go back to monarchy? What is in their minds?
Okay, there is no one, not someone in particular, but we want young leadership who got brain, who got leadership skills, and who isn't corrupt. That's all we want, and we want to see our people get better. That's about it. There's nothing. There's no agenda. Like, we are not bringing some people and putting him there. We just want young leadership to lead this country, corruption free, and development. That's it. Good life. There's not much to it. That's about it.
Are there any young leaders that are already there right now in power in Nepal that people are hopeful about? Is there any young leader that you have in mind?
Yeah, there are some. I see a lot of potential. I've been hearing about Balin. He's a good one.
He's the mayor of Kathmandu.
Yeah, he's doing right by Kathmandu, and he can be one of the leaders. But we need more people like him. That's the problem, and it's difficult to find those kind of people. It will be difficult. It will be difficult. It's not easy, and this is dangerous because there's vacuum, and people in chaos. People will try to insert some of their thing, and that's dangerous situation for us. What he was trying to tell was. Major problem will be outside interference. That will be the major problem. If somebody country like we are in the middle of China and India and the EU and the US, and like we don't want them here. We don't want them here. We will do this by ourselves. We don't want you guys. Don't come to Nepal. This is not your thing. This is our problem. We'll handle it. We're more than capable of doing our thing. Do not try to insert yourself in this chaos to get some benefit out of it. We don't want that. If you do, you know what's going to happen. What happened to those ministers and all those? It will happen to you also. So we are not afraid. We will do this thing by ourselves. We will solve it internally, and yeah, that's what he's saying. That's it. We want young leadership who is pure, who is authentic. We will guide this Nepal to a better place. That's about it. There's no agenda. We don't want some particular people to come to the power and rule our country. No, that's not it. Don't get it twisted. That's not what we are talking about. We are talking about young leadership with pure heart, good leadership skill, and someone who will guide us to a better place. That's about it. We want to see our country where this is not the place we want to be. We are more than capable of being more than most of the country in the developed nation. We have that potential, but it's lacking. Leadership is lacking all out of for themselves, and we need to figure that out, and we'll do it. We're talking army chief, and everyone is here, and the Gen Z, they are doing the right thing by sweeping up the streets because it was a mess yesterday, and we are doing the right thing. Yeah, young leadership, go. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The absolute destruction to the Parliament building and to property surrounding it, including of course all these vehicles over here, is really indicative of the amount of anger that was simmering in the minds of these protesters. And remember that initially on the first day it was a peaceful Gen Z protest, and when that turned violent, when violence in the sense that 19 people were shot on and killed by the riot police, that's when other protesters joined in. That's when large chunks of the population of Kathmandu joined into the protest and set ablaze the Parliament building. And you can just see the destruction it just shows how angry people were at the political class, at their ruling class. They were angry over corruption. They were angry over promises that were made and not kept. And they were seeing on social media, they were seeing the children of these politicians, of the ruling class, enjoying the luxuries of life, holding designer bags, going on these vacations. And at the end of the day, that inequality of income is what really got people angry, because they were leading these very difficult lives where they were lacking opportunities, while the political elite were taking advantage of the country's resources and living these lavish lifestyles. Protesters also sprayed graffiti on the building and wanted their message to be seen and read loud and clear. We'll show you some of these visuals, but essentially it was all calling for the resignation of KP Oli, and of course some choice words for the police that were involved in the shooting and killing of at least 19 protesters day before yesterday.